or ask you questions about, like, you're doing a PhD in Imperial College of London and at Stanford, which is kind of, it's really phenomenal. Like, I really want to know how does things work, and what is the motivation, what is the difference between the overall application package that you send for the selection to the Ivy League universities? What is the main requirement that these big universities are looking for in a student?
So I would say the two main things that I personally have done is, of course, work hard and get the grades that you need. I will say, to make people feel, I guess, a little bit better, is I failed my master's twice. And I want people to know that, because it doesn't mean that it is unachievable for you. You know, everyone goes through something in life, or something doesn't work out, we fail, and we get up and we continue again. And I think that's one of the keys, studying and getting your grades, is experience. So I've been doing internships ever since I was 17. So luckily in the UK, I was able to be a part of many internship programs. And when I was 17, I published a paper in a journal. So I was able to do some research, which was actually in cancer research. So I did that when I was 17. And it was part of a program.
You published a paper when you were just 17?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's incredible.
Thank you. But this was because my teacher at school recommended me to a program where you could do research that young. And so this is why I also say, talk to your teachers, because they get sent so many emails about opportunities for you as a student. And also, most universities or most schools will put posters of competitions, apply for those. Even if you think you're not good enough, because I didn't think I was good enough at all, do it. Honestly, you will, like, what are you going to lose? You might lose a bit of time in your life, but it is way worth trying than not trying at all. So for me, those were the main things, is like, look out for opportunities. And that is another thing where the social media comes in, is follow accounts that host competitions, that host internships. Make sure you talk to your teachers to see what is available for you at your age, because at 17, because you're under 18, it's difficult to find out where you can work and where you can't. But after 18, it's way easier to work. Even if it is a family member, like, go ahead and shadow them. You know, there's so much value in looking at what people do. And I think that's another thing, is finding out what you want to do. There's so much in life that I think, for me personally, I did so many internships because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And by doing so many internships, that's when I found out about lasers. And that's how I ended up in my position now, and just loving it. And I think that's also important, is when you're writing your, like, applications, they can tell if you've done your research in your field and things like that. So you need to be able to, you know, find out what you're interested in. And I think personally, you can only do that by experience. So go and shadow someone, go be a part of an internship, and find those opportunities. And I'm just going to read my notes, because I had one other thing I wanted to say. Yeah, so get the experience, but also your references. So this is one thing that I wanted to bring up, is if you network, so whether that's you go to an event and it's somebody there that is doing the career that you want to do, or if it's somebody on social media, like maybe somebody wants to do a PhD in plasma physics, come ask me a question. And, you know, I might be able to show you around my lab. And I've done that for some people, because I think it's important. And I've been lucky that other people have done the same for me. And I think it's there's so many people out there that are offering a helping hand to you. And if you talk to as many people as possible at events, or that are doing the things that you like, you're going to make connections. But also, if you do an internship, make connections, talk to the people around you, ask them what makes them tick, what makes them so excited about their work. Because when you finish that internship, who is going to write your reference when you apply for a position? It's going to be those people that either taught you or hosted you for an internship. So if you have a good rapport with them, that will elevate your application to a place. And so I certainly did that at Imperial. I did internships throughout my undergrad, and I grouped myself inside the plasma physics group at Imperial. And that's how I made connections, and I made friends essentially in the group. And They saw that I was a hardworking person that was really passionate. And although I did fail my master's twice, because they saw me do research, that's what saved me. And so for me personally, in my experience of my life and my career so far, being able to make great connections has been vital for me to sustain my career in academia, because I think if I was relying solely on my grades, I wouldn't have made it for sure. So that is why it's important to do experiences like that and show off your skills, because not everyone is good at exams. I'm definitely not good at exams. And that's why for me, internships were so important, because I wanted people to see that I am good at what I do. I just can't do exams. And I know there'll be somebody out there that will resonate with that, because I know so many people that for them exams are just not good. And I personally sometimes think, exams don't show you as a full person with all your qualities. You have to perform in 1 hour and 1 hour only, or 2 hours or 3 hours, however long your exam is. So sometimes that can be a bad way of showing your true potential, whereas doing an internship is seeing a different side of you, especially for research. So yeah.
Wow, very well said. I think you answered all the questions, and very fantastically. Like exams, they are important, but not so important. Internships, your network, and you have to show that you are full of passion. You need to show off your skills, all these important points. And I've been trying to convey all these things through different kind of videos, through different kind of blog posts in form of words, videos. Fantastic. And you said it very nicely with
Thank you.
with reference to your with your journey, but also